Um, Today I was watching something, a couple of things. I think it was on YouTube. I can't remember where it was, someplace on the internet, and it was something about Elon Musk being at a CPAC or something like that, and coming up with a fake chainsaw. And I was thinking how the current U.S. administration is basically following sort of a situationist paradigm. And I don't really think that they're aware of what situationism is as a philosophy. Um, However, situationism has pretty much become the modality of the entire world because of social media, the internet, and whatever like that. Whereas um, when somebody like Guy Debord proposed that back in it was the 1950s, 1960s, um, things were not at all like they are today. Um, I mean, one of the biggest situations thing would be like Malcolm McLaren and Vivian Westwood and their involvement with the band the Sex Pistols, their with the shop Sex and Seditionaries, and using those things as a way for social change and just basically doing things that were a spectacle, um, a situation. Whereas Trump and Elon Musk and some of these other people could very well be aware of situationism, which actually comes out of Marxism, but um, I don't think they are, but they're actually using a lot of situationist sort of um, actions and things to uh, bring about what changes they want to see in the world. And I was thinking it was kind of ironic that this, what's a conservative sort of administration is actually using techniques that are rather Marxist, but the only reason they're using them is because basically the whole world, um, since the 1960s, for that matter, and more so the 70s and the 80s, has been um, living sort of in a situationist world. And I find it kind of interesting. And for those of you who are interested, there are some very bad quality videos on YouTube about the artist spectacle and situationist uh, manifestos, situationist international, and the philosophies of Guy Debord and later of Malcolm McLaren and Vivian Westwood, and you know, some of you are aware of what the Sex Pistols did and stuff like that, and it might be worth checking out to see what's happening in the world at this point. And while you're checking out that, it's another French philosopher, contemporary French philosopher. I think might be passed away now, but Jean Baudrillard is another person I would check out. His philosophies sort of enhance the whole situationalist thing. Oh, another one you might know of as being situationist, the band KMF, the ones that did the song with Tammy Wynette, Justified and Ancient. They were situationists as well. I mean, they burn 1,000,000 pounds, but I mean, let my own secrets go. I've been into situationism basically my whole life, and have very much lived on the outside of mainstream society. Even when I would work places with mainstream people and around them, I have pretty much lived outside of the conventional norm. And honestly, it's difficult mixing with mainstream society, because a lot of times they'll think that what you do is you're doing it for the same reason they're doing it, but honestly, never who you vote for, who you support, clothes you wear, the music you listen to or play, and there's such a thing as culture jamming, which I've always considered myself one for a long time, and used to talk about it back in 1980, and it was until later 80s when some other people, younger people, was claiming that they came up with that, but they didn't. And it's just something that you want to see what's going on in the world. It's maybe a little bit different than you think it is. And the only way to really get at what is really hiding underneath all the veneers and stuff like that is through situationism, through making the truth come out in extreme ways, by hook or by crook. It's like a little bit of chaos, magic, and whatnot. And again, chaos and magic isn't all what you think either. The word chaos It's taken on a contemporary meaning that's far from what it actually means. And through all this, I find myself more relating to animals because they seem to be a little bit more in touch with the real than other humans seem to be. Anyway, look what's happening in the world. Look up Situationism and look up simulation and simulacrum theory a la Jean Baudrillard, and Situationism and the artist spectacle a la Guy Debord, and you might just come to look at what's happening in the world when you watch the news or don't. You might just see a different world than the one that you see now. Beautiful.